Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our new series. As you may have already heard in my Pokemon Colosseum Let's Play, I was already planning on playing something where I can get a bit of a backlog in maybe, and I decided on RimWorld. So, RimWorld is a strategy game where you are in charge of your own colony. And it appears like an old school game. Somehow it's a bit minimalistic, but there's a really rich strategy layer for this game. As you can see here, it says a story generated by Tame and Sylvester. And actually this one guy developed this entire game. It's an indie game. And I've already put a few hours into this. Right now it's in beta 19, and I think I started playing this in alpha 17 or alpha 16 or something like that, but I haven't played it in beta 19 at all so far, so there is going to be some things I'm not familiar with, and I think that's a good thing because we can learn together and it will also keep things quite fresh for me. So let's just go ahead and make a new colony here. And you see, these are like the options we have for our scenarios. There's Crashland, it's kind of the standard scenario, and then there's Lost Tribe, where you're controlling some tribespeople. You're free to pause things and read here. And then there's the Rich Explorer, where you're just a single person, but you've got a lot of resources here. And then there's Naked Brutality. This is new to beta 19, where you're just one person starting with nothing. A lot of people are already doing starting with nothing builds like forever, but now it's in the game and that's quite nice. But what we will be doing is this custom thing I prepared here. It's the Lone Farmer, where we're a farmer, you know. That's why we are starting with the research how to sow trees. So Devil's Strand, this is a kind of mushroom, and so cocoa. And we're starting with 3 cows, a bit of corn. I took away some steel. I added a pump shotgun instead of the other weapons, because I think a farmer with a shotgun is something quite nice. So let's go ahead here. Now we're supposed to choose an AI Storyteller. What these are is, as you can read here, the storyteller creates events like pirate raids, resource drops, or animal attacks. Your choices will affect the story of your colony. You can change these settings at any time. So they dictate the difficulty, and like you see, Cassandra Classic is like the classic story, like the standard thing. Then DB is like a bit more laid back, when you're just casually gaming here. And then Randy Random is like totally random, as the name suggests. He will just put in event after event, and he will not try to balance things like, oh, something good happens, something bad happens. It can be like only good things happen to you or only bad things, or he can basically throw meteorites at you all the time, things like that, so it's quite fun. For this one, let's just try the classic difficulty for our first playthrough, because I think this won't be the only Let's Play of this game, because there's so many things you can do, and there's so many updates, and there's so many mods. It's always a nice game to play, and you can sink a lot of hours into this. So for this one, let's just go on the medium difficulty. I think it says build a community while facing down dangerous threats. Recommended for experienced strategy game players on their first game of RimWorld, or skilled RimWorld players who want some breathing room to pursue funny or weird goals. There's room to grow and thrive, but it's still a dangerous planet. I think this is nice for the first one, because I need to learn the beta 19 things, and you need to learn the entire game basically. I'm going to try to hold your hand as much as possible for this one, and these two things are also new in beta 19. There's the reload anytime mode, which just does exactly what it sounds like. You can save and load the game at any time. This is a good choice if you're still learning the game. It fits your personal playstyle. If you're using mods that may break your game, or if you intend to self-enforce commitment mode. And then there's the commitment mode, where you can only save the game when you're quitting the game. And they remind you that losing one person is not the end of the game, it's just a part of the story. But we'll choose the reload anytime mode, not because we're like scrubs, just because I'm doing this for YouTube, so I will not quit the game when saving. I will save, end the episode, and then start a new episode. And also if it crashes, I don't want to be stuck with things and things like that, but we're going to do an honest man playthrough instead of an Iron Man playthrough. This was called Iron Man before also, I think. Iron Man is typically when you play this game and it auto-saves all the time, so you can't go back to an earlier point in time to redo your decisions. So in Honest Man playthrough we will do exactly the same thing. We won't save scum or anything. Whatever happens, just happens. The only reason I'm doing this is so we can record it for YouTube, and in case it crashes, nothing weird happens, and we can maybe go around some bugs or some things our mods will cause and things like that. So let's hit next here. Now it's generating a world for us where we should choose a landing site where we can build our colony basically. This will take a few seconds here. My computer isn't the best one. It's just like a mediocre computer, but it does the job. Had it like for 2 or 3 years now, so let's take a look at our factions. These are all bases of factions in the game. We've got the factions Iron Baron. This is a civil outlander union. They're neutral towards us, so they won't attack us, but they're also not friendly. They're enemy of these people. Then we've got the Populist League of Hyneria, the Rough Outlander Union, and they're hostile towards us, so they will try to raid us and burn down our base, steal our stuff, and kidnap our people. Then we've got the Blue Crow Laboke, the Gentle Tribe. So it's a tribe, they won't harm us if we don't do them harm, maybe we can become friends with them. Then there's a Savage Tribe. They will also show us no mercy, basically. Right now these two are hostile, but only at -20. This is their goodwill towards us, so maybe we can become friends with them at this stage. Then there's the Bangers of Unrest. This is a pirate band. I think you can never become friendly with pirate bands, not even neutral. They will always attack you and try to steal things. Pirates are pirates, I suppose. And then there's the Orion Installation. This is from a mod actually. They're like a futuristic dystopian kind of band. And they will also try to destroy us. I don't know whether we can get friendly with them. Pretty much always like autumn to my last breath. So let's see where we can stand here. So our colors, where friendly tribes are this purple shade and this yellow shade. Everyone else is just hostile towards us. So scroll here. I would like to go like in a temperate forest like this one. And maybe large hills or something. You can see down here it says large hills. And the average temperature, this is like coldest temperature, this is the highest temperature. You can check the terrain here. The stones available are sandstone and marble. I would like something with granite maybe. And yeah, let's just look around for a while. I would like temperate forest because it doesn't get too cold and it doesn't get too hot. This is also large hills. We can't camp here because we can't camp directly adjacent to another colony basically. So let's just look around here. And this is limestone, granite, and slate. I think this would be okay, but I think this is even better because it's only 2 stones. So yeah, let's just settle here. Since this location is within 4 tiles of another faction base, it will feel you are encroaching on their land, and relations with those factions will worsen every 15 days. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's also a new addition, so maybe you shouldn't do that. That's sad. It's because it's within 4 tiles. It didn't used to be like this, I swear. So here we've got 0 degrees to 27 C, granite and slate. This should be alright. And forageability, this is also a new stat, I think. They've got some berries here. Animals can graze. It's good because we are starting with some cows. Okay, now here. This is a colonist. They've got some stats and things like that, but at first I will load something with one of our mods. And I would like to load Hank. Because Hank is our farmer I prepared beforehand. He was a Boy Scout when he was young. Now he's a stalwart farmer. He's a hard worker, he's a bit abrasive, so sometimes people don't like him because he likes to speak his mind. And he's psychically dull, so he's not very prone to psychic attacks, something like that. He likes shooting with a shotgun, you know. Good way to spend your free time. He's good at constructing things. He's good with his hands in general. Mining and cooking, sometimes things you need to do. Plants he's really passionate about because he's a farmer and he likes agriculture and things like that. He's also okay with animals. He's raising some cows, just on the side. And he likes doing a little bit of medicine, or he's a bit passionate about it because, you know, animals need to be treated, or sometimes you just miss that pesky nail when constructing something, hit yourself on the thumb. So that is also something where you can just apply some herbal medicine. So, Hank McGee, 35 years old. This is our start. They asked us whether we are sure we are finished with our customizations. Yeah, and we are sure. So let's dive in here after all of these explanations. Now it's generating the map where we will start. There's just a mod loading. Here you see the story begin. The old village got overrun by bandits, so you took what you could and ran. So I will stop this here. Here's Hank. Here are our 3 cows. Piper, Emma and Brittany. So let's try to make them obedient. And 2 of them are bonded to Hank. This means they like Hank and Hank likes them, so he needs to be their master, so he's happy. Let's unforbid these. You can forbid and unforbid items to move them around and things like that. If they're forbidden, your people won't touch them. But you're always starting with forbidden things. And when things are just lying around like that, most of them, they will deteriorate because they're in an unroofed area. At least that's how it was in the last beta. Okay, Hank, just go ahead and equip the pump shotgun. I pause the game here. You can see here there's like 4 game speeds. This is paused right now, so you can make some strategic decisions and not waste time. This is like the normal speed. And sometimes there's not really a lot happening, so you can advance the speed a bit. So my bad eyes don't see a lot of things that are forbidden right now. So we should get up here and build a basic shelter. So what we're going to do is build a wall out of wood. It says we don't have enough stored. Because we don't have a stockpile, there's a stockpile system in this, and your people will carry things to the stockpile as soon as you make one. and then that's where your resources will be stored. So let's look around here. Yeah, I think we don't want to wander too far. There's already a bit of wall here, so we can just start building a small house like that. Okay, and put in a door. I will put the door here. And something we need to do is go to work and set our priorities. Now priorities, this is the order in which our person will work. Right now it doesn't make a lot of sense, but basically the higher the number, the more they will prioritize tasks. So we should firefight, we should rest when we are a patient, we should prioritize bed rest in general so we don't collapse from exhaustion. Basic, this is also new. This is dealing with unskilled and easy tasks. I'm not sure what this actually means, so we'll just leave it at 3 right now, I guess. Warden, unimportant right now, it's dealing with prisoners and things like that. And we are not really good at social anyway. Handle, yeah, we should handle some animals, so let's go ahead and put this up to 2. Negotiating, they entertain guests and recruit new colonists. Let's leave this at 4, just so it's an option. Cook, leave it at 3, we can do this on demand. Hunt, we can put to 1, so we can go to hunt whenever we want. Because he won't hunt automatically, we have to designate targets to hunt. So as soon as we're telling him go hunting, he will go hunting. Construction bumps up to 1 right now, so we can get this thing here done. Otherwise, growing should be at 1. Mining can remain at 3 for now. Land cutting should be at 1, so whatever has to be harvested gets harvested. These ones we can turn off. The red thing means we're really bad at this, as you might suspect. So let's do this. That's hauling for 2 right now, so when we've got a stockpile going, things will actually go there. Okay, so now Hank would probably prioritize. We haven't queued anything to hunt, so he will prioritize constructing things. So let's see whether Hank does this. Right now he's hauling wood to the door, as you can see here. So he will start building things. Just bump the speed up a bit here. This is what it looks like when he's building. And you know, we need a stockpile zone, as I told you earlier, so we can actually store our things somewhere and they won't deteriorate. So maybe we could store things. Would prefer somewhere like here. So now we go to zone, make a stockpile zone, and we just tell him stockpile your things here for now. And something we also need to do is build a roof over the thing, so nothing deteriorates. Build a roof like this. Oh, this is kind of weird. Delete this. So now everything that needs to be stockpiled should go there. And because he's set up for construction, he will roof this real quick. You don't need resources to roof things. You can just roof whatever you want, as long as it isn't too far away from any port. So Hank will build our small shack here. Then he will automatically roof our small shack. Yeah, that's right. These things, whoops, these are stone chunks. We can't do anything with them right now, so Hank should just haul them away. And these need a special dumping stockpile zone. So we will just dump things somewhere. It's things like we can't do a lot with right now, like dead bodies and stone. So let's just put them here for now. So now Hank should be able to do this. You see, he can prioritize hauling this slate chunk. and he can prioritize hauling this late chunk. So meanwhile we can get a wooden floor going here, because it just looks nicer when there's flooring inside, and actually people mind how things look. You can see with their needs here. For example, he says this is an unsightly environment because there's so much like rubble here and these stones look bad. So he's unhappy about this. You can see it here in the mood. But he's optimistic about this initial situation, you can see. So this counteracts this quite by a lot. And because we started with almost nothing here, he's got extremely low expectations. So his mood is alright right now. You can also see things like recreation. They need to perform activities to keep them filled with joy. Actually, this was named Joy up until now. But it's nice to rediscover the game like this. And then here rest. They need to sleep, of course. And food, because they also need to eat. So we should get some things going here. We've got a bedroll. We can install the bedroll here right now. I've never used the bedroll, I just thought it might be... Whoops, I thought it might be fun to add one. Because I think bedrolls are good for when you're traveling, which is also a thing you can do here. Like you can form caravans, visit other colonies or attack them, things like that. Then something we should also get going is a table we can eat at. Let's go with polish one like that. Did we choose the right one here? Looks like it. And to actually eat we need something to sit on. So let's go ahead and sit on a stool. So Hank will go and do all of this. Let's see, he will start with the floors. Sometimes the construction fails. Now it is construction botched, but it used to be construction failed. This means just some resources are wasted and he has to attempt building things again. Now you can see here, this wooden stool is poor. The higher construction skill gets, the higher the quality of items will get, until I think the highest quality is like legendary or something. So items just look nicer because they also feel like they have a beauty stat and things like that. I think you can't even see a beauty stat here right now because it's just not beautiful, or maybe they removed it, who knows. But also the higher the quality of like stools, for example, the more comfortable they will be. So a normal stool would be, as you see here, whoops, as you see there, right to this box, it says like base value 0.50. This is what a normal stool would have, and because it's of poor quality, it's only 88% of that, which equals a final value of 0.44. I know this is a lot to take in. Don't worry about it, you will get used to things really fast, I promise. So, what is he doing now? He's hauling the cloth bedroll there. Nice. Meanwhile, we can maybe build a roof somewhere like here. And because I would like to build furniture in quotation marks, and I would like to put some animal sleeping spots here, so our animals can actually sleep there and they don't have to sleep anywhere, because sometimes they get targeted by predators and things like that. And I don't want our animals to die. So, he's consuming a packaged survival meal we came with. He's sitting at the table here to do this. Now he's here relaxing for a while. We should do some restricting. This is the timetable. This is like midnight and this is 11 PM. So you can see the blue thing is sleeping. He should do some recreation. And he should do this in the first 3 hours. And I think then he should do some work up until he has to sleep. So this is 2 hours of sleep, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's quite fine. The bedroll we came with is of normal quality in this awful looking room. So Hank, please all these blocks out of here because I think they're quite ugly. And he built a roof. We also have to keep our things clean here. So now you see the room looks dull now. It's a bit better than a room looking ugly. So, how's Hank doing? He's got no health conditions. I think this is also new. He doesn't like being outside when it's raining because he gets wet. But you see it's only a small mood penalty and I don't think it will be raining all the time. Oh, there's actually some heal root here. There can be like wild plants and we can cultivate plants ourselves. And this heal root, it's basically what we need to make herbal medicine. I thought we came with some medicine, but I don't see any right now, so should maybe get on harvesting and sowing some heal root of ourselves. Yeah, I don't see any herbal medicine. In case I'm missing something, just tell me, you know the drill. Let's see here, this is from a mod, it's just more floors to have some variety. Miscellaneous is nothing. Let's do some tilled soil, this is so we can do some good quality farming actually. So we should, where should we start farming? Maybe let's farm here right next to the house. Let's do a nice 6x6 square here, another 6x6 here. And to actually grow things, we need to lay down a growing zone. Like that and like that. So now in this growing zone, I would like us to plant some heal root. It requires a skill of at least 8, Hank has 10, because he's a farmer. And here I would like some rice for quick food access, because rice grows really quickly and has like produced a lot because of that. So, see how Hank goes about things here. We should also really get to hauling things. So Hank, let's haul and do things quickly. And we should get him off of construction for that. At least so he does the hauling first, you see? That's what I mean by prioritizing numbers. So, I think this is a nice entry episode as we watch Hank go about his things here. He will just haul everything where it's safe from the weather, so it doesn't get moldy, you know. So, thank you so very much for watching this first episode of RimWorld. I will see you next time in the second one. I know it's a lot to take in. See this as a small pilot, maybe you've got an appetite for more now. So, see you next time.